game, a lot of guys fighting to make the roster because after this game's over, we get down to the 53-man number, and guys will be fighting like mad to be included in it.
They played two of the more memorable Super Bowls in recent history. The Giants and Patriots are underway again. So here are the Giants ready to start their initial drive of the game. It'll be the now 37-year-old quarterback calling the shots in his 15th season at the helm of the Giants, Eli Manning.
When you look at the numbers that Eli Manning posted in 2017, there's plenty of cause for concern. Lowest yards per completion of his career, fewest yards passing since 2008. His numbers continue to drop in terms of touchdowns and rising in terms of interceptions. But he's one of the fiercest competitors in the league, even if you can't tell it by his demeanor. And no, you don't hear about his workout program like Tom Brady and Drew Brees. But this is a guy that burns to win and wants to get back on the top of the heap.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Back to the air on second down. It's Manning. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Certainly not how they envisioned ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this play. First quarter, first drive, first interception thrown.
And that last one, that hurts. So after the INT, it's Brady. Allen's got it over the middle. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down. They'll run it here. This is James White. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that one was over before it could get rolling. How about the D just knifing into the backfield and shutting that one down?
They keep it on the ground. White again. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 11 yards on the pickup, and that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up the first down.
And he will have the first before he's brought down right on the chalk of the 20. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. Had a chance to maybe limit them to 3 if they could have gotten that stop there, but a new set of downs.
And with the new set of downs, you got to take the mentality of the whole thing. Right now, everyone's looking at the offense and saying they've got the advantage. The best defenses just say, okay, new set of downs, gives us another chance to make a play ourselves and maybe change things up.
The Patriots into the red zone for the first time. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll run it now out of the gun. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
They go play action for White. Now it's Brady.
Oh, you son of a...
Now a loose football. The ball comes out, and the Giants have it. It's picked up, and he returns it up just shy of the 20 to the 19-yard line.
No coach or team's ever happy when someone has a turnover, but if there's ever a good time to do it,
preseason. Right out of his hands.
Now, you know that come regular season, he's going to be ready to go,
right
and maybe he'll remember, yeah, I don't want to do this when it comes time for the games to count.
Now out come the Giants. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one. Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, you often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Now Manning throwing on second down. To Shepard, complete over the middle. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a first down. Well, clearly one of his advantages as a passer is his height.
He doesn't even have
in
to
the pocket, fired over the middle. That makes things tougher.
You don't want his face in the game.
It really does, because your goal is to move the quarterback off his initial
spot. There's no way Bill Belichick's 100 pounds.
Completed. But when you have that type of height, he can stay in there if he's willing to take the hits and just fire over the top, which saves him time and actually completes a play a little bit quicker than it normally does for a quarterback who has to slide and find open space to throw.
Now the first running back drafted this year, it's Saquon Barkley. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And the 2015 first-round pick, Malcolm Brown, brings him down. And this defensive line will be looking to control the point of attack.
And that's what they've done throughout this season. This is a terrific unit. They play together very, very well, and they don't permit big plays to happen.
Oh, I can't play tonight. The fucking race is on Darlington.
Manning to throw on second down. Over the middle, complete. That's Shepard. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Manning now on first down. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Chung. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Yeah, pumpkin spice cream. Pumpkin spice. I don't drink that shit a lot all year, so I'll enjoy this time of year. Let me enjoy it. Yeah, just a little bit. Don't put a whole lot.
New England trots back out there for their next offensive series. And it gives us a time to talk about their backfield. Everyone knows Tom Brady's set in stone, but they've got some options at running back this year. Interesting to see how that's going to sort out.
And it's always been that way in New England, kind of a plethora of riches. In this case, it is crazy, isn't it? James White, the Super Bowl hero, Rex Burkhead, first-round pick Sony Michel. Then you got to put in Mike Gillislee, who's played well in this league. Jeremy Hill had big moments in Cincinnati. Brandon Bolden, who doesn't carry it very often, but is great on special teams. And how about the undrafted free agent Ralph Webb, getting on the radar in the first preseason game with a big performance?
Yeah, the Vanderbilt Commodore making his presence felt. Indeed, a lot of options in the backfield. Ah, yes, Brady to Gronk. You think these two are in sync?
Without a doubt. And look, they both understand what they can do for each other. Gronk knows if he gets open, the ball's going to be there. And Tom Brady knows what a great security blanket Gronk is. When all else fails, you find Big 87.
Now, prior to the snap, we hit all zeros as time has run out on the first quarter of play. 0-0 our score. Back to MetLife Stadium in just a moment.
The NFL on EA Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Patriots in possession to begin quarter number 2, and they've got it here with a first down.
Here we go.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. It's his target, the tight end, Will Tye. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Detroit! Here we go now! 3-19!
Here's Hoyer. He'll get this into the hands of Braxton Berrios. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
It's better now.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. That'll be a New England first down, a gain of 12.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route.
Yeah, better.
Drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Here we go. Green, 39!
A first carry down for Rex Burkhead. And a nice little quick spin move before he's dropped. And a pretty good gain. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be second and very short.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before that he always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in the game.
Now Hoyer. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Kareem Martin in there to sack him for a loss of 6.
Well, they had the right down and the definite distance to take a shot downfield, but it didn't work out the way that they had envisioned.
No, that's a situation where if you take a sack close to the line of scrimmage, it's not that bad, but a loss like that, you can't take a sack there.
Yeah, absolutely. The one thing you cannot do, they did.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Hoyer. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. On fourth down on now is the lefty Ryan Allen to punt. Back deep, Khalif Raymond. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. books as just a 16-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. Here's the Giant offense now making their way back out onto the field. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath, first do no harm. And right now they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Now it's the backup Lauletta. A hit as he throws there, incomplete. Hey, while we got a second, let's talk rookie running backs. Obviously, the headliner is Saquon Barkley, but there's a lot of good other backs in this class, are there not?
There certainly are, and there was a surprise first-round pick to many people out of San Diego State named Rashad Penny, who went to Seattle. They're trying to recreate that strong running game that they had that powered them to 2 Super Bowl appearances. How about Royce Freeman in Denver? A big-time pickup out of the University of Oregon. They expect him to be the lead runner when the season begins. He'll get every opportunity to do that. Kerryon Johnson in Detroit, out of Auburn. They haven't had a running game since I can't remember, and they need to take some pressure off of Matthew Stafford. Maybe Kerryon Johnson could power him that way. How about a couple below-the-radar guys? Chris Warren is leading the NFL in rushing after 2 weeks. Undrafted out of Texas, running the ball well for Oakland. And if John Kelly can step in and give him some good play in Los Angeles, they've got great insurance for Todd Gurley, who, of course, is their lead back.
A lot of good ones. Of course, the class would have been even better had Darius Geis not gone down with that ACL injury. Tough break for Washington. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd. By the way, as we expected, most of the starting units out here in the 2nd quarter. So get your 2 deep, your 3 deep, your 4 deep ready for this one.
If you have a particular favorite who wasn't a high draft pick or is an undrafted free agent trying to make the team, this is the time to watch him play and give it his best shot. Because most of the starters, you're exactly right, they'll be out of the game watching the rest of the way.
Gonna throw right side here, complete. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. On 1st down, it's Lauletta. Gonna let it fly for Rudolph. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down. Hey, a sidebar worth noting is that preseason cuts have changed. So week 3 that we're in right now, the preseason, I think, what'd you say, the roster's going to stay at 90 instead of going down to 75 this year?
That's exactly right, Brandon, because in the past, just what you said, this game here, at the end of week 3, or game 3, he would cut the roster down to 75 and play game 4 just like that. In this case now, though, they're going to be able to keep guys all the way through. So guys who would normally not have a chance to finish out the preseason, they'll get that chance now and get more opportunities to get on tape.
Lauletta now to throw it. It's caught. Shepard. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless 1st half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our 1st half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Goal line offense, something they've really been emphasizing in practice lately. Now they have a chance here to put all that hard work to use.
All right, here we go. 3-19.
1st and goal, Jonathan Stewart. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. He's going to get it running right.
Yes!
He's going to ball his way into the end zone for a Giants touchdown. Jonathan Stewart taking it in from 4 yards out. And the Giants are in for 6. Second effort there. He was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And that makes the score 7-0. Rosas now to kick this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Now the Patriots offense, they work their way back out onto the field. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trite expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
They'll try and start this drive in the air to Michel on the screen. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The first down screen pass, good for 5. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. He'll drop to throw. And will find his man on the end route, complete. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. He'll look to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball. Will tie the intended receiver. And it's 2nd down.
You know what? We got a second. I did want to take a look back to the Hall of Fame inductions. Took place in Canton on August 4th. And what stood out to you from the ceremonies, from the speeches that you heard?
Well, for me, beside the speeches, just remembering their careers, I really flashed back at how much I enjoyed watching Brian Dawkins play, and his speech was terrific as well. Robert Dr. Doom Brazil with the Houston Oilers, absolutely loved him as a player. And Jerry Kramer had to wait so long with the Green Bay Packers. For him to get in, I thought was terrific, and I can't wait for next year. First ballot eligible guys, Tony Gonzalez, Ed Reed, and Champ Bailey. That's a strong class.
Another star-studded cast.
He's going to lead this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. Give him 7 on the play. And now the Giants will stop play as they take a timeout defensively. As the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. The defense, they got a little bit of a breather. Now they're back and set as we resume play. Here's Ryan Allen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And look at this, it's a fake, and he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Lauletta. That's caught at the 25. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Lauletta looking for a first down throw. That is caught inside the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line.
Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Leopard! Leopard! All right, here we go.
Back to throw, Lauletta. And that is caught. He's got it for a Giant touchdown. Roger Lewis from 4 yards out. And the Giants add on to their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here in the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Rosas to add the extra point. Rosas, true blue on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Scoring summary, 3-play drive, and it was polished off by a Giants touchdown. Rosas now to kick this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Out comes the New England offense to see what they can do this time. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it? It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive. Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. They'll come throwing here to start the drive. Caught on the right side by Dorsett. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense, as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Hoyer now hitting on 80% of his passes in the early going. 8 of 10. It's first down. Back to throw. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards. That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage. Back to throw now on first down. Incomplete. It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game. Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. After the incomplete pass here now is 2nd and 10. Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. And this is complete. It's Allen. And now we won't see a play on first down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime.
Now let's go.
They'll look to throw again. That's complete right around the 8. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Hurry up, here we go. 3.
They'll set up a throw. And this is caught for a touchdown. Now hold everything here. Flag in the backfield. This one might be coming back.
Holding offense.
So reverse the celebration. We'll see if they have something else in their bag of tricks.
And isn't that always tough to watch when they score and you see the excitement, and then when they realize those points aren't going to count? Can they get it back together and find their way back to the end zone?
Here we go. Green, 39. Green.
They'll look to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
Oh, I love it. You son of a bitches. Oh, fucking heart was racing.
Shot before the break for Lauletta. And complete to Lewis over the middle. And he's able to get this up just shy of the 15. So we are halfway through here in the final week of the preseason. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in just a moment. But first, let's give everybody a look at what's coming up this weekend in the NFL. In our game, the starters are long gone, but still some intrigue to see guys trying to make a late roster push as we get you back out to Brandon and Charles.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to have really good starting field position here as that's taken up close to the 40. Out comes Brian Hoyer in the offense to take over. And he's had some time to chew on that interception he threw on his last drive back in the first half.
Well, normally we say, want to get him right back out on the field and play again, right? But as you mentioned, had the halftime, had to stew about it a little bit. Maybe he'll have a chance to relax a little and kind of laugh and chuckle and let it go.
He'll hope to respond positively here to start the third quarter. They run with a rookie. This is Sony Michel. Room to run past midfield. And he's going to get this into enemy territory at the 45. It'll be a Patriot first down on a pickup of 16.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
Here we go now.
Keeping it on the ground on first, Michel. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. So now second half, week 4 of the preseason, all the starters, they departed after one quarter. Some folks may call this garbage time, but don't tell that to the guys that are out there now.
No, I would agree with that totally because there's still jobs to be won or lost during this portion of the game. This final opportunity for them to make a positive impression.
Back to throw here. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Michel. So now on 4th down, on comes Stephen Gostkowski to try and get the Pats 3. This from 54 yards away. And he missed it. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's
Here's the Giants offense now getting set to start the third quarter. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
On first down, Lauletta. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Now it's Lauletta. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
Throwing on third down, Lauletta. And this will be broken up and incomplete. Now a penalty flag down, and they may be going backward here.
Holding offense.
So instead of giving them another third down, they'll decline it, brings up 4.
Now that's smart football right there. You don't even have to really spend a lot of time considering it. Just know that you're probably going to get the ball back. Good job declining that penalty.
Dixon, the punter, is on as he sends it away. And that is much too long. That's into the end zone for a touchback. So the Patriots coming out now. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's Hoyer. Over the middle, he gets it to Berrios. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game.
And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 2 yards on the pickup there, but it's enough to give him a new set of downs.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
And his throw is incomplete. His tight end, Dwayne Allen, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up second down.
Hey, switching gears for a second, halfway through the preseason, any big takeaways that you've seen so far, Charles?
Just a few come to mind. Number one, the roster of 90 that stays that way throughout preseason, I think is a boon for every team because you can practice a little bit better, get a few more things done because you have more bodies, and those guys get to get on tape for 4 preseason games. So I think that's really good. The other part is normal execution, struggle a little bit. Early in the season, guys trying to get it back together. And last but not least, the practice of coming together with another team, 2 joint practices before a preseason game, becoming more and more widespread, and you get a lot of really good competition in practice with the best versus the best from each team.
third down, Michel. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. It's a 9-yard gain, and it keeps the drive moving.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now a first down carry. It's Michel. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
On second down, Michel. And some space here. And he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a New England first down.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities. And we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
I wonder what that was.
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more preseason football on EA Sports. Welcome back now here in East Rutherford. It's Patriot football, but they trail here as we begin the fourth quarter. Now Hoyer. And to the right side here, it's Allen. And down inside the 15 he goes. 18 big yards on that one, and a New England first down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that sure was pretty, because corner route, it's extremely difficult to defend from my perspective.
What we just saw there, is that sort of the evolution of the tight end position?
Yeah, I think it is, because more and more, tight ends are being treated like wide receivers. These are some agile players who can make a play in any spot on the field.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
He's had success on this drive, but not on this play.
Finally, they bowed up defensively. I think they were determined not to let him take it pretty much all the way down the field.
Yeah, it looks like they handled their run responsibilities correctly this time. When we call them run fits, everyone was in the right place.
And it's Michel once again. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 9 yards on the play there, and it sets him up first and goal.
What a game this defense has played. They're pitching a shutout, so it'd be fun to watch down the stretch to see if their defensive coordinator continues to be as aggressive as he's been all game long.
They've been in the red zone 3 times in this game and have not scored a single point. Can they break through here on second and goal? And they will run it with Michel. And he is in. Touchdown. New England. Sony Michel taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Patriots are back with a score.
Oh, shit.
And he was excellent on that drive. He deserved to be the one to get across the chalk.
Oh, I agree with you totally. A workhorse on the drive. And how about that last decisive run to punch it in?
Now Stephen Gostkowski on for the extra point. Gostkowski with the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter.
So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's culminated by a 2-yard touchdown run. It's a short kick, taken at the 15. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it. And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, they run with Stewart. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. It's a gain of about 3, but it's going to leave them with 3rd and still 7 yards to go.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down. Here's Lauletta. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Lewis. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. And now before they run this play on 4th and 1, we're going to get a break and a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout. And now they get set to line up as we resume action. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and sneak it here. And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that. But by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down.
For those vertically challenged quarterbacks, here's a time where they will tell you it's an advantage to be a little bit on the smaller side. Able to duck in behind their offensive line and stick the ball across the imaginary yellow line for a first down.
After the run, Lauletta now going to throw. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now they pitch it. It's Stewart. Shedding through the defense. And he'll take it across the 50 and into New England territory. A nice job to get 8 there after the incompletion, and now they'll look at a 3rd and 2 coming up. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Time for a break. We'll come back for the electrifying conclusion after this. So it's Giants football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This is 3rd and 2. Maybe the biggest play in this football game. They'll try and run it. Here's Stewart. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy who can take it the distance. But a short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
Set! Blue 90! Blue 90!
Instead of a run, Lauletta wants to throw it. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15, just shy of the 10. And now we're going to get a timeout defensively. So another stop, 1:50 left in the football game. This quarterback now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10.
Hurry up, here we go!
Now Stewart on 1st down. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. Now the Patriots will use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field.
Leopard! Hurry up, here we go! Green!
Lauletta. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. The Giants on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9.
Hurry up, here we go! Green 39!
Now Lauletta. His pass caught at the 4. And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here, as he'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So the snap will come from the 3, but remember, they don't need the touchdown. They can get the first down if they get a yard, and the ball gets to the 2. It's a quarterback sneak. And not only did he not get in the end zone, he didn't get the first down either. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. So the D-line got the push there against the O-line to stop that quarterback sneak.
A really high percentage call on offense. I think it's the right call. But as you noted, if they didn't get the push.
Under pressure, down he goes in the end zone. And that's a safety. What a gut punch. That should be the nail in the coffin to those 2 points.
Oh, my God.
It's a 2-score game now with time clearly not on their side.
Yeah, they have to give the football away as well. Had a chance. Yeah, it was a small chance to get down the field. But guess what? This one's now just about over.
So a free kick situation forthcoming from the 20 as they'll punt this one away. And an alley to run. Here comes Kyle Lauletta and company back onto the field. And right now, probably just one thing in his mind. It's getting back to the hot start because he's really faded.
And ordinarily when that happens, the quarterback, as you know, is usually the leader of the squad. Now there's probably a silent camaraderie that comes around him saying, hey, guess what? We got you. Don't worry about it. Let's go, big fella. Because they know more times than not, he tends to pick things up, and they tend to play well.
He's going to rifle one deep left side. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Leopard! Watch it now, Barney! Over!
And Lauletta's going to throw it here. this one is incomplete.
They decided to take a shot and right down the middle of the field, and really, they didn't give it as much time to develop, did they? They want to take that shot somewhere around the 15-yard mark.
And the defense able to recover, bat it free.
Detroit! Detroit! Leopard!
Laletta now to throw. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on this. Sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. The Patriots offense now, they work their way back onto the field. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again. But they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly. Then they'll take it from there.
Here's Hill. And not much room there, so get it up only to about the 21. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Patriots moving quickly, hustling up to the line. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. New England on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Hoyer. And able to find Dorsett. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. And that one results in 35 yards. And now the spike comes with 28 seconds left on the clock.
Wait.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Underneath here to Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. The Patriot passing game is rolling. They've got another 1st down. And he'll get up and spike it with 11 seconds remaining. And no, they can't connect on the pass. So that gets the clock down to 11. Time for probably 2 more plays. Got to go quickly, though.
Here we go now. Being 39.
On 2nd down, Hill. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here. 3rd and 14. And, Charles, you know what coaches always tell us. We want to win our home games. That much we know. We want to protect our home turf. They got that done in this one.
Exactly right. When you start a season, everyone's goal: win all of your home games, split your road games, and you're likely going to be in the playoffs. But when you win at home, boy, what a great feeling that is. You don't even mind if people are at your house when you get home after a win like that.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Giants are winners as we say so long from MetLife Stadium.
Yes to continue playing this team season. Customize your season experience before jumping into your next game.